In this video tutorial, I'll show you my process for making wooden fingerboards. To make this deck, I use standard 0.6mm thick wood veneers and a super useful Gator fingerboard mould. Begin by cutting 5 pieces of your desired veneer into strips that are 36mm by 115mm. Each layer's grain should run at a 90-degree angle to the layer beneath it to give the lamination super strength. Apply a thin layer of adhesive to 4 of the 5 strips. I use Gorilla Glue on this board, but wood glue or epoxy resin would also work fine. Stack your strips in the desired order to create your lamination, and then sandwich it in the mould between 2 sheets of baking paper. This will stop the wood from getting stuck to the mould. Clamp the mould up tightly and use pegs or paper clips to squish any overhanging wood together. Wait for the adhesive to fully cure and then remove the mould from the clamp. Mark where the edges of the mould are on the lamination before taking it out. Peel away the baking paper and mark out your desired fingerboard shape on the lamination. Shaping is the fun part of the process and can be done with a simple rotary tool, a linisher or a bench sander. Take your time and shape the board with multiple passes until it's looking good. Clean up the top and bottom and round off the edges by hand with sandpaper. Sand the bottom of the deck, working through progressively finer grits. I got to a 600 grit to give it a super smooth finish. Clean the dust off the wood with a little bit of white spirit. Next, use a drill bit slightly larger than the fingerboard screws to drill clearance holes in the spots marked by the mould. Then countersink the holes using a larger drill bit or countersink bit so the screws will sit flush in the board when you put them in. Prepare to apply your grip tape. I didn't have any, so I improvised by using a 240 grit sandpaper. Cut out a rough shape and stick it to the top of the board with an adhesive of your choice. I just used a little spray adhesive which seems to have done the trick nicely. Clean up any excess grip tape carefully with a craft knife and sandpaper and then brush away the dust. Poke a pin through the holes at the bottom of the deck so you can see where the screws will go in. Apply a finish of your choice to the board. I kept it simple here using tung oil. Finally, assemble your deck and skate. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, share it and subscribe if you want to see more. You'll find links in the description below of where to find the fingerboard mould, so happy crafting and I'll see you in the next one.